What's up, boys, man? Today we're going to be reacting to some situation that involves interracial dating, man. I want y'all to let me know how y'all feel about interracial dating in the comments, man. Me personally, cuzzy, I might thrax a little snow bunny or something, but I ain't cuffing nothing up. Let's get into the video. Man, my phone died.
Taking care of her and giving her a lot of that money. Even though there was no evidence to the contrary that they was a loving, devoted couple who was committed to each other and loved each other, people always had a bad feeling about this guy, Joe McCann. And her comment section would actually prove that. Now, it was unclear if these are just people commenting because, they disagree with interracial relationships, or if they knew something that Ashley and the rest of us didn't know. About 18 weeks ago, one user commented under a picture of her and Joe, and they wrote, "He is going to harm you, get out." 19 weeks ago, another user commented under a picture of her and Joe, and they wrote, "What a dummy. He will kill you, one the slave owner." Now, this person don't really seem like they had any type of foresight or they knew any information about Joe. It just seems like hate, which obviously we detest and disavow completely. But people had a bad vibe about this dude, and people were expressing it to her. But it didn't.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. In the picture, he look a little sick, bro. He look like he willing to do anything but a bag. Anything for the cash. You hear me? And that shit can get real treacherous sometimes, especially with them white rich motherfuckers. Like, money do a lot, bro. Money is evil and good, but
It didn't really seem like she was too concerned. About a week and a half ago, Ashley and Joe went to this beautiful island in Africa called Zanzibar. They went there for vacation, but Joe had other plans for Ashley. Joe had plans on proposing to Ashley in Zanzibar, and when they got there, Joe proposed, and we've seen everything play out on social media.
congratulations. You have just secured generational wealth, Ashley Janae. You're smart. You're doing what the ancestors, I'm not gonna say will want, but you're getting back for them. You know what I mean? Because these white motherfuckers took a lot of shit from us, so it's only right, man. Big ass lines in the front. Yeah, he's up. He's dumb up. Yeah, he ain't letting that go. You heard me? He ain't letting that go. He ain't letting that go.
The engagement was also
Know
a
them feelings,
birthday
huh?
surprise
Know
for
that
her as
feeling.
well because she turned 31 years old in Zanzibar, and she posted her birthday pictures on April 5th. Right? Again, it looks like she was very happy to be in Zanzibar. She was very happy to be turning 31. The caption for the post says, "Chapter 31, and I'm exactly where I need to be." She's feeding giraffes on her birthday. It looks like life couldn't get any much better for Ashley, which is why the internet is absolutely stunned to find out that after Ashley got engaged, after Ashley was feeding giraffes, after Ashley was talking about how life couldn't get any much better for her at this point, and that she's just turned 31 and she's exactly where she wants to be, after Ashley expressed how grateful she was for life, the internet was stunned to find out that Ashley was found dead shortly afterwards. And even more shocked that Joe was saying that Ashley self-deleted herself, that Ashley did it to herself and took her own life. A friend of Ashley named Savannah Britt would take to social media and say, "We need justice from our friend Ashley Janae, who was found dead in her hotel in Tanzania. And her fiance, Joe McCann, claims that she hung herself. Anyone who knows Ashley knows she would never do this. We need answers now." Officials did confirm that Ashley was found unresponsive in her hotel room by Joe.
I feel like folks knew, like, I don't know if he caught her at cheating and was just on some, like, bitch, you done for, like, we getting a divorce. Like, I don't know, bro. White people know how to get some shit done in the most craziest ways. Poison, words, I don't know, gang, but shit be getting stupid. I don't think she just hung herself. Like, you up some M's, bitch. You not hanging yourself. I'm gonna keep it a bean, bro. It was something deeper.
So Joe found her unresponsive, and Joe is claiming that she
She's
did
not a
this
bitch,
to
by the way. That's
herself.
just like, you feel me?
But
I'm just
if
using
Joe
a
and
real
Ashley
nigga
is on
brain, real
vacation,
nigga
then
theology.
why was Joe gone long enough to where Ashley would be able to do this? To me, that doesn't make sense, all right? And if this person was in the mind state where they were going to do this, I feel like there would have been clear-cut signs. But her family is saying this is not
Facts.
even possible, right? And I'll be real, social media right now isn't buying this story either.
Okay, so at this point, let's just go ahead and lock up Joe and everybody else that believe his story.
Damn, bitch, you
Because
talking
you
in the
cannot
fucking water
for
fountain
a
or something?
second get me to believe that this woman hung herself. If you have not seen the news yet, this lady here is Ashley Janae. She's 31. She's an influencer. She has a very large following on Instagram. I'm not sure if she has a TikTok page. If she does, please tag it in the comments. This woman was in Tanzania for her 31st birthday. While they were there, he proposed to her. Somewhere along the lines of that proposal and the rest of that day, they got into an argument, according to him. They slept in separate rooms. That's where it starts to not click for me. They got into an argument after the proposal. Now, he's claiming that he went into her room and found her unresponsive. The family's claiming that he waited 2 days before he even called the authorities or the family to let them know what was going on. So he wants everybody to believe that he just walked in there and found her unconscious. He's claiming that she hung herself.
It's always the same story, too, though.
In a foreign country on her
Fuck.
birthday. She just got
I
proposed
just walked
to.
in on her like
According
this.
to the family, she is
Like, I
full of
highly
life.
doubt it,
She's
brother. You
very
did not just walk
positive
in
and
her on her
everything,
like
but
that.
somewhere
Like,
along the
what?
lines of this entire vacation, she hung herself. This is what he wants people to believe. I'm not buying it. Lock him
Me
up.
neither. I ain't gonna
If
lie.
everybody else that
Water
believes
fountain
it.
Mike, I ain't buying it either. But
Yes, they did have an argument, according to Joe. They went their separate ways. He goes to another room. She's in the room they booked. They don't speak, according to Joe, for a while. He comes back to check up on her because he hasn't heard from her. He finds her unconscious and unresponsive. I don't know too many people, especially too many Americans, do that to themselves, bro.
Yeah,
I'm thinking that if somebody will want to do that to themselves, it'll be somewhere right and familiar. I don't think that that young woman is saying, "Hey, I'm in Africa where my family is nowhere around me. I have nobody around me that knows me other than this man who I'm currently beefing with and arguing with. Let me do this to myself in a foreign land." I just don't think that's plausible at all.
I don't think that's plausible at all either, brother. I fuck with that word. That's not plausible.
So too, because the family released a full statement, and here what they had to say. The family statement writes, Ashley Robinson was on what should have been one of the happiest trips of her life, a birthday celebration in Zanzibar, Africa. Ashley's birthday was April 5th. She just turned 31. Surrounded by beauty, love, and wildlife, she became engaged during a safari, an unforgettable moment that marked the start of a future she was excited to build. She and her fiance, Joe McCann, were staying in a luxury villa at the Zori Zanzibar, continuing what we believe was her dream trip. But just days later, that dream turned into our family's worst nightmare. Ashley was found unconscious in her villa and was rushed to a local hospital where her death was confirmed hours later. Nothing about this loss feels real. One moment she was celebrating love and life in truly Ashley fashion, and the next she was gone. The suddenness, the unanswered questions, and the distance from home have made this tragedy even more overwhelming for our family. At this time, there is an active investigation into the circumstances surrounding Ashley's suspicious passing. Although we have many questions, we are placing our trust in the officials in Zanzibar and are working closely with them as we seek clarity and answers. I'll be real, bruh, with family right now. If you trust African authorities,
Especially involving a rich white man. Rich, white, rich and white.
Police in Africa. If you trust the police in Africa to prosecute,
you would think it would be the opposite way. Like, when he's rich and white, they're gonna fuck him over.
That involves a really wealthy
there.
white man, you're out of your
Not
mind.
Not all of them, but
all right.
It's a lot of poverty over there. So.
I'm African myself, and I'm here to tell you right now, bro. These African officials are corrupt, and they going with whatever the rich white man got to say, bro. Y'all got to hire a private investigator. These officials ain't doing a goddamn
thing.
Really
do this shit, man.
But it goes, Ashley was deeply loved. She was vibrant, full of life, and has so much ahead of her. Our family is completely devastated, and we appreciate the prayers and compassion we have received as we navigate the unimaginable loss. We respectfully ask that any information not directly provided by our family be treated as an unverified and not considered factual at this time. This is where the story takes a turn and it turns into a gender war. So some black men are going back and finding her social media posts and conduct, and they're saying, hold on. Based off what we found belonging to Ashley, her death ain't our issue. It ain't our business. We is minding our business and staying out of it. I don't want to go as far as saying they're celebrating her death because of these posts, but they're not really too sad or showing any type of remorse or sympathy for her.
I didn't know she was one of them. She's one of them. She was like fully like brain fucked into thinking white people is better than us and all that, bro. Damn.
Her because of these posts. So one post Ashley wrote says that that she's.
I've been saying since the third grade. Come on with all that, bro. You overly cutting. Overly cutting. And that, R.I.P. her, man. Like, damn. Why is she, like, oh.
Children will be comment. Ashley will write, oh, brother, I see 305 in your bio. Let's talk about all the Miami men, not the white ones, though.
Not white. What?
Again, she says, let's talk about all the Miami men, not white. Beating their women still. Or is that too touchy? Go live your completely excluded pink men from committing this kind of violence.
The irony, though, you feel me? You would never, like, hey, man, I can't. I don't know if YouTube's gonna ban this video since it was like highly like, but everything in this video is artificial intelligence, AI. This whole video is AI. But it's just too much like, crazy stuff, so YouTube might draw. So I'm about to end it, but y'all let me know how y'all feel about interracial dating and if y'all think white cuz kill her. No bullshit. Like that's wild.